Yeah, first ounce I ever bought was like $275.
Oh wow!
And I got it off $20 a gram.
Yeah, see, no, I just bought fucking Reggie by the brick when that was a thing in high school, dude. Fuck spending a shitload of money on some good weed. I'm gonna get high either way,
bro. No, because I'll tell you what though, that's the thing though too, because you could still take pretty quality weed and press it into a brick. You just couldn't get it as heavy, but man, there's some Migos. There was some Migos out there. So, and there were some bricks. My buddy chipped off a piece of the brick for me once. He's like, "Here, try it. I promise."
You just watch the
fire.
seeds fucking fall out as he fucking breaks
No,
it.
there wasn't as many seeds as what you typically would have. It was like the most fire brick I ever smoked.
Yeah, like did you used to like get the Reggie that was it was seedy, but it was like it almost had like the orange hairs on it.
Yeah, I got that. It was better than that. Like this one was like not that seedy. Like it actually produced like a decent amount of resin and shit too. Like it was sticky as fuck. So yeah, it was pretty good. But yeah, I did definitely get that shit. Like motherfuckers don't remember the days when it's like I wasn't even old enough to get it myself too. I had to have somebody go get the shit for me. The little tube, with the Rello in it. Are those just called Rellos? What the fuck were they called?
No, you're talking about the Phillies.
Yeah, Phillies.
The
there you go.
tubes.
Yes,
yes,
they come in a plastic tube, so you had to find somebody to get that. And then after you finally found a way to, because if you were breaking that shit down with your hands, you're gonna be there for a long fucking time.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So you if you can find a grinder, and then you grind down this fucking brick weed, it's like you're spending like the next 20, 30 minutes picking out seeds and stems. Like getting high used to be fucking work. I'm lucky though, because I'm right in that age range where it's like I started smoking weed. I tried it the first time when I was like 13, and then it was just like whenever it was around and offered. And then like, so it's like by the time I was 14, I'm actually like going out getting weed. And it's like 15 years old. It was like the first time I smoked like gas. My buddy called us, bro. My buddy Troy calls us. He's like, "Hey, you guys got to come over, dude." He's like, "I got the most fire weed." This is my homeboy that I went to jail with, and he ended up going to prison. And we were like, "All right, bet, we're coming over." I mean, like, we didn't have smartphones at this point. We had like school laptops where we're not looking up shit like this on our school laptops, getting them taken away. We're playing Minecraft on the Mo's. But we go over to his house, right? It's like me and like 5 other of our homies that end up showing up at his house. And he's like, "Look at this shit." It's the first time I actually saw nugs. We were like, "This is weed?" Dead ass. We were like, "There's no way this is weed." And then he's like, "Yeah," like he was getting it for like close to like $200 a zip too. Wow. He's like, "Yeah, I mean, this is when we're serving pack like this for like, that's like the pack that was getting served for like $325, $350 an ounce." Wow. So it was like, holy fucking shit. We smoked it so high, like most of us threw up. It was like, oh my God, dude, I don't even feel good. This just got me so fucking high. I mean, just absolutely cooked, dude. And unless you had like a really good connection in Oskaloosa, you were not getting buds like that. Like we got to a point where it was like, if you were going to William Penn, if you were going to the high school, or if you were just like some old timer in Oskaloosa, 90% chance that you were getting weed from us. Like whether it was from me or from him or from another one of our homies, like we had that shit on lock. Like I'm telling you, every kid in high school smoking weed was smoking weed that we had.
You guys just out there being little bastards.
Nah, that's the thing though. Like I wasn't serving fucking shit to high schoolers once I was out of high school.
Sure.
Except for like ones that were gonna serve it to other high schoolers.
He said, "Nah, dude, I just supplied the next generation. That's fine."
Triple down economics. I love how I can talk about it openly now too, because it's like, well, we already went to jail, and we're not doing it. We're not doing it anymore. So it's like
reopen the case.
Yeah, exactly. Reopen. Like you can't try me twice.
Judge, we found some new disturbing evidence. He was selling to high schoolers.
We finally caught him.
Hey, dude, there's a lot of kids in my high school that were on meth. All right?
Oh, dude, I wouldn't doubt it.
So, let's talk about, and this is like 5 years, or I guess this is like 2 years out of high school. So it's like, who the fuck was my age back when I was in high school selling them meth? That's way worse.
Yeah.
If I had a high school child and you sold them some pot, probably be kind of upset. Like, what are you doing almost 30 selling a fucking high schooler pot, dude?
That's what uncles are for.
But, yeah, oh God. Now, my uncle fucking snitched on me, dog.
For real?
My Uncle Kenny. He's already dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't dead, I'd still have smoke with that nigga, though. On my soul, I would. R.I.P. to you or whatever. But, man, I carried that nigga's casket, too, bro. Whole time I'm carrying this nigga's casket, I'm thinking about, man, you fucking snitched on my ass, motherfucker. Listen.
I was like, don't say you dropped his casket.
So when I was 14 years old, no, I wouldn't do none of that. That's too disrespectful. That's still blood. You know what I'm saying? But I'm 14 years old. My parents leased out the Can Redemption Center in Oskaloosa, so I'm working there, right? And I worked there with my uncle, and since I couldn't get there until after school, I'd like get off the bus, walk over there, and go work for like 2 hours and get some extra hours in my stay.
Okay, my bad. I was super confused. I was like, what the fuck y'all rent the can recycling center
They
for?
leased it out. Yeah, so it's like,
hip-hop show there.
My bad, dude.
yeah, we were doing just like
Brain
opened a bar in the back. So yeah, I'd go after school and I'd fucking count cans until whatever o'clock at night and shit like that. I was fucking good at that shit too.
Did you have little slots with like the counters? Or you just did by hand?
Nigga, no. This
Damn.
is
Bros in their gloves on.
How long ago is that?
Ripping
Math,
through cans.
dude. You're the fucking mathematician guy.
How old were you?
Oh, I was 14. Damn, dude. So 14 years ago.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. But yeah. So this is 14 years ago, dog. We didn't have slots. We had garbage cans with big ass bags in them. So you'd be like, it'd be like Coke cans, 5, 10, 15, 20. You got to switch over to Mountain Dew, 25, 30, 35, like that. And then you had like little beads up top. So every time you got to 100, you could slide a bead and shit. But anyways, so he was managing the place, so he would stick around too. And he would smoke some weed in the back every once in a while. And he'd sit back there with a couple of the other employees and shit. And I ended up starting to buy weed from him. Like, he was like probably my first like consistent fucking dealer, right? And eventually I used a car that my parents had, the Lincoln. And he would use it sometimes too. And this motherfucker,
He would use it sometimes.
this motherfucker told them that he found seeds and stems in the like pocket to the door, like right next to the driver's door and shit. He told him that he found that in there. And that I must have been smoking pot in there.
Oh no.
And when I got busted for it, I thought, the only weed I'm getting right now with seeds and stems is from that nigga. So he ratted me out for smoking his weed. Bitch,
Bro, he was being proactive.
Yeah.
He was like, I've been doing this for too long.
I'll pin this on the person who can't get charged.
Yeah, let me
I swear.
cut this loose end right quick.
I mean, I guess
crazy.
maybe it was like I just had to take one for the team, but nigga, throw that shit away. Just throw that shit away and just fucking don't say shit about it, bitch. What the fuck?
He could have spot you some later or something.
I got grounded.
What's the longest y'all been grounded?
Well, it stopped working. I was sweat. That's like right around the time right there where it's like I started getting grounded. They'd be like, "You're grounded for the whole weekend," and then I'd just leave. Wouldn't answer my phone. Maybe even leave my phone at home. Yeah.
I was gonna say like more. It's like how many times did I respect that my parents grounded me? Like once. Yeah, like once. But I mean, that was fun, dude, because I snuck out in the middle of the night. I was like 16, dude, and I'm riding around with all my Vatos, bro. And we just got fucking ripped, dude. And I remember coming home high as fuck, and my mom's just like, it's like 2 a.m, and I'm just fucking obliterated, dude. Shit, I probably only stayed home because I was just fucking sleeping the whole day.
Yeah, I did not have a childhood like that. I would get, if I showed up a minute late, I would get grounded, dude, for like the weekend or the week or whatever.
A minute late
I'm
to
convinced
what?
you're
To home.
like,
if they were like, be home at 11, I was home at 11:01, I would get grounded automatically.
dude, you want to know, like, I've actually, dude, I've gotten super high and thought, like, man, what was Coleman's life like as a child?
I was just thinking that high as fuck like 2 nights ago.
I really have. Just because it's and you're just sitting there and you're all like, I'm convinced anytime he fucked up, his dad had him at Polk County on some scared straight shit. Like, you see this? Do you want this to be you?
No, have you not heard where he's from, dude? It's so funny. It's called Orange City.
Yeah.
Is that not fucking hilarious? That this orange bastard is from fucking Orange City. That's fucking awesome, bro.
Where's Orange City located?
Northwest Iowa. It's like 45 minutes south of. Yeah, in Iowa. Yeah. Well, like, okay, so like 45 minutes south of.
I thought you were gonna tell me something like fucking Arkansas or some shit, dude.
Yeah, it's like 3.5 hour drive.
Oh damn, that's like on the
Do you think he gives off Arkansas vibes?
I don't know, dude. Just a name like Orange City, like everything.
I would think Florida. There is an Orange City, Florida.
You know, there's a Barn City.
There's a what?
A Barn City, Iowa. You ever been there?
Barn City? I thought that was like a store.
No, I got some people that I know, some folks that live there too. Not an area that I should go to. Absolutely
He
not.
said definitely a sundown state.
You could make it,
sundown.
especially like if you start talking mechanic style, you could definitely make it. But outside of that, they probably wouldn't like you either.
Don't bring you,
a libertarian, as soon as something got political, they'd be like, I fucking hate you, dude.
I don't know.
I kept playing rap on a jukebox once in Keswick, dude, and they kicked me out the bar. Bunch of big old white country guys are like, get the fuck out of here now! I'm like, hey, bro. I just wanted to play Lil Pump.
You deserve that one, dude.
You know, it's so funny. I lived in South Dakota for a little bit and, like, super racist town. Like, N-word was just dropped around, like,
100%, dude.
But, like, they all liked hip-hop. Like, they're all like, yeah, I like Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, what the like, why are you...
Oh,
those two ideas don't, like...
Yeah, dude, it's like, all the people I've met like that, they're those people that just, like, strictly listen to white rappers.
Oh, yeah, right.
And then they all say the same shit. They go, yeah, dude, white rappers just don't get the respect they should. And it's all like, what?
No, it's the guys who put the subs in their Dodge Ram. That's the guys who listen to actual black rappers. But they don't even know their name. They'll be like, yeah, I don't know who sings this, but it's got a lot of bass. Yeah.
Gotta love it.
That's the only thing that relaxes their head. I have such a small amount of brain cells that they're just consistently in overdrive all day long while trying to do something. And so once they can get in their truck and drive home drinking a beer, they can just play all that bass and it just is like a numbing effect.
I'm telling you, dude, having more teeth than brain cells is super hard, especially when you only got 4 fucking teeth, dog.
I'm getting there, dude.
Dude, bro, what's the fucking... I'm getting veneers, bro. I don't care. Have you seen Matt Rife? I'm trying to get handsome, bro.
Yeah.
That man looked like... He looked crazy as fuck when he was on Wild 'N Out, and then he got ripped and got some veneers, and you're like, that ain't the same person.
And he looks like he started using the Jaws size thing. Yeah, it's hard to hate on him, but he did, when you look at, he did glow up, and he did do that hard. Like, it's hard to hate on him and not give him credit for that, but also, I mean, like, I don't know.
I don't even remember.
If you grew up without money... You know, like if it's like you went to high school with somebody and in high school everybody thought they were ugly as fuck, and then you saw them now and it's like, holy shit, and they're now just like rich and famous. That's like,
hey, a lot of those porn stars, man, like a lot of those chicks, like when they're fucking 13, 14, they're the ugly chick, and then they blossom and millions of people jerk off to them. It's fucking it's wild.
He said the circle of life is insane.
That's true though. Hey, you know, that kind of like brings me into something I was just thinking about. You know, every stripper I've ever met has the same voice.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck! I'm not supposed to talk shit about women. I've been talking too much shit on women and gays. Not enough on blacks.
Said gays.
Well, we're saving the blacks for next episode.
Oh, okay. And then, we're gonna open up Black History Month with a fucking.
Oh yeah, you were there.
Bud.
The fucking episode that Doozy got a bunch of heat for.
Dude, that went downhill so fast. That went downhill so fast. I remember just sitting there like, it's done. It's over. I no longer have a career in music anymore. I'm toast.
And here you are. You're fine.
This is just after I like pissed off all of my white racist fans, which was like 70% of them, dude, cooked.
So you pissed off both sides of the aisle?
Yeah, dude, that's why.
What did you say to piss off all the white racist people? I like blacks?
Oh, just fucking like, hey, cops shouldn't be pieces of shit to black people. And they're just, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Yeah,
Where the fuck have your beats been getting sold at? Alabama?
Dude, I'm talking about when I used to rap, bro. Like, that's like, dude, that was a big reason why I quit rapping, is just because I realized my fan base was a bunch of just ignorant, racist white guys. And I was like, nah, that's the exact opposite of the fan base I need, bro.
I get a lot of, I mean, in Iowa, it's hard to choose from, though. I get a lot of white crackheads. Like, a lot of, like, skinny guys that, like, as soon as they open their mouth, you can tell that they've smoked some meth. Yeah. Like, dude, your shit's fire, bro. It's fire.
Nobody listened to my music, so.
What's your most played track?
Probably Requisite.
Well, I'm talking, like, how many plays we talking?
Oh, I don't even know the total. Probably not many more than 100.
Oh.
Yeah.
How long was it out?
It's still out. It's on Spotify. Well, it's been out since 2022 or 3. I don't even remember. Yeah, I gave that up, man.
Well,
retired.
Dude, you don't know how disrespected I felt to myself, bro, when I started posting beats on like Spotify and shit as, you know, like a producer just for people to listen to. I did like 400% better than I ever did with my fucking rap music, bro. That shit was insane.
But like, I kind of get that too. Like, if you're a decent producer, if you're making any decent type of beat and you're posting it, I mean, you're bound to probably pretty easily get more plays than your typical average rapper. I mean, like, we hit, not in like, I'm not saying like in talent, but in numbers with our music, we're pretty fucking average. Like, a lot of these people that get a lot of these plays are definitely paying for boost. Yeah. And this is okay. I actually got a question for you guys.
Okay.
So, do you consider it buying fake plays if you just like spent like $200 boosting the fuck out of a post?
No, that's just boosting your social media.
The thing is, though, I think you're automatically going to get bot interaction. You're going to get bot draws from it no matter what. So there's no way it's going to be 100% authentic, all real accounts. When you're paying money to
in this day and
post.
age, it's impossible. They're like, in any aspect of social media or media in general, whatever. Like, the thing that differentiates people is how much money they're able to put in. Like, every time. Like, I remember taking like SEO classes, and like the takeaway from that is like, oh, so like the way to get good SEO at the end of the day is to put money in it. Like, yeah,
absolutely.
Like, there's no the little guy can't like hack it, right? Like, they can't like have some code or whatever to get up in the Google search. Like, the people who pay money are always going to be at the top of the search.
Oh yeah, dude, 100%.
And that's what the little guy often does, though. Like, there's so many fucking just trash rappers.
So many.
They'll be like, I had this many plays. What's your highest played song? And I'm like, dude, I hardly ever boosted a post. Maybe $20 tops.
Well, that's all they care about now. They just care about the plays. They don't care about the content.
It's just the site.
Yeah.
And you automatically... So if I pay enough money to make sure that all my songs are at an average of 15,000, 20,000 plays, all of them, then that puts me into a category of, oh, this guy's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like it plays with their mind. I don't even know. Maybe it's because they're just listeners and they're not actually music creators. But people see that and they're like, oh, hey, he's doing something. It's like, and even if you have as many tracks out as me, actually, my music's off all platforms. But let's say 30 tracks.
I noticed that. Why'd you do that?
I just decided not to pay for United Masters again.
True.
I mean, I lost a lot of love for music, dude. I lost a lot of love. Like, a lot of Iowa rappers are fucking trash.
Yeah.
A lot of Nebraska rappers, too. A lot of Minnesota rappers. People that are corny and fake will always make the cut first. The faker you are, and I can see it from a mile away. It's like, this is a whole persona for you. And like, I do get creating a persona at the same time, so I don't, it's all just, I don't know.
Well, there's a difference between purely creating persona and then creating persona and also like being a good artist.
Yeah.
Like there's a big difference in that. Like there's always gonna be the fakers, but like, you know, like Kurt Cobain. I mean, no, he's not a rapper, but like he had a persona, right? Like he was like the you know, the outcast kid type of guy, but he also had really good music. So
yeah,
I don't know,
dude. That's just the thing I've always been like super confused about, especially when it comes to like rappers. It's like a lot of them create this persona of, you know, just who they like want to be, and it's never like a create the persona of somebody I'm going to be.
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? Like they create this persona.
I feel like that's also kind of the same thing.
No. He said no, bro. He said, "Cause fucking let me get all fucking philosophical on you right quick, bud. Check this out, sweet cheeks."
Whoa. We're technically in public, dude.
He said that shit.
Sweet cheeks.
Might have to pay for the Patreon on that.
I have to pay for the Patreon. I need my cut.
I'll show my dick if we fucking. If people are gonna pay for a Patreon, if people are like, yeah, we'll pay you for it.
Dude, well, we always talked about doing the episode where we put hot sauce on our dicks. I don't know if you ever actually want to do that, but
Oh, you guys!
I've never done that before.
Quit being pussies and do icy hot,
First of all, it's got to be the balls, and it's icy hot.
True.
The balls are where the most sensitive skin are. In the name of comedy,
my boy studied this.
In the name of comedy. What? No, it's like, you know. Do you not know that your skin?
That fact, bro. Did you know your scrotum is the? Like, dude, I didn't. I just know my shit's got a stitch,
Have you ever been hitting
bro.
your fucking ball sack?
Yeah.
Have you ever shaved your ball sack?
I've never shaved my
I was gonna say you're supposed to do that.
If you just have it in your hand, you can tell it's like, oh, this is not very like dense, tough skin. Like it doesn't have the same feel as like your arm.
Did you have a manscape, or did you just literally like raise? Like, how would you shave your ball? Because like I don't know, my ball sack's fucking wrinkly, man. Like I always worry about like putting everybody. Like you either have the electric razor and you're never gonna get it fine tuned, or you gotta like pay for the manscape, right?
Yeah, I think paying for the manscape is my next step. I have two different clippers. I have the clippers from my face and then the clippers from my nuts, and I just use the guard.
You shave regularly? Your balls?
I mean, no, not really.
Yeah, I don't eat you.
Me? I be forgetting, dog. I go like a month, and then it just be like.
Oh, yeah, I can definitely go longer than a month sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I let it go until it's like a shave it and then just let it go until it like actually needs it again.
I feel like there's a point where it just stops. Like it's not like it fucking extends to your whole body, right? Like it's just like you have a bush and that kind of just like stays the same.
Yeah, it almost like starts getting more bushy.
I don't even remember the last time I shaved my fucking pubes. It's been a minute.
Damn, dude, you're fucking loaded up over there, aren't you?
Dude, I'm a dirty Irishman. I fucking just.
Dude, if I end up finding a hair in my mouth during this podcast, I'm gonna throw up now.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Dude, that's a huge issue that I have though. Like I'll find a hair in my mouth and sometimes I'll throw up because like I'll actually throw up because I can't stop my mind from just being like,
hair in the mouth.
where did this hair come from?
I don't have a problem with like I don't have a problem with like cleaning hair. I don't know if I'm just weird, but like cleaning hair or like pulling hair out like faucets and shit, that's never really bothered me that much. But when it gets in your mouth, then you're like, game over.
Disgusting.
Especially at a restaurant, then you're like, or like when you get food, you're like, ew, fuck.
Dude, I inhale my food, so I never notice. But yeah, if I fucking pulled the hair out of my mouth while eating food at a restaurant, I would be so upset. You know, did you guys know that there was a Smash Park in Pella?
Not in Pella, no.
Yeah, they closed.
They did close. So the one you got fired from?
Yeah. Oh, you worked in Pella?
Yeah, last year.
Oh, I thought you worked in the Weston Wood.
Or 22, I did. But in 22, when I had gone back to Oskaloosa for like 9 months, I did work there. Oh. My first job when I went back.
Okay.
But I mean, to be fair, the Smash Park over here on the west side also fucking sucks. So.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
What? Do you really think it sucks?
Like food-wise, terrible. Dude,
I mean, this food
need to
isn't
stop.
bad. It's just a crappy environment. Like, I
Bro, if you think their food's bad,
park,
hey,
bro.
hold on though.
It's so crowded.
I want to say
dude.
something
That's
for real
true.
though, just to defend my boys over there. You know, I don't really talk to any of them anymore.
Sure.
But those are probably the Des Moines Smash Park.
Yeah.
Probably the cleanest kitchen I've ever worked in. Consistently cleaning every night, or cleaning in detail, and it's a hardworking, diligent crew for the most part if it's the same guys still there. And like, we got that done. I mean, floors deck scrubbed every night, pulled out everything off the line every night. So like, everything's coming off the wall. It's usually me behind them because I was the fucking smallest out of Mexicans, dude, and I was still the smallest. But yeah, things got slow. You needed something to do. Clean the wall, clean the hood.
Yeah.
Like, they very clean, very well taken care of food. The dishwasher even did a fucking fire job washing the dishes and making sure everything was clean and sanitary. Like, and I did notice though, when I worked there, a lot of times, like, they're so hell bent on the speed.
Yeah.
Hard work, fast. That like,
Very
they'll just
fast-paced.
pop a burger off the grill, slap it straight on the bun, and I'm like, I take the burger, I slide it over, I scrape the grill. It takes a little bit more time, absolutely, but I scrape the grease out the way and slide it back over, so it's like my fucking little cardboard boat that I get my food in isn't soaked wet with fucking grease by the time I get my food. But like, dude, I got some guys there that fucking like came here in their 30s from Mexico. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
They out there working, bro.
Yeah, they work.
Are you chewing?
Yeah, I got a Zen in.
You ever do those ins?
Zins.
The fuck is that?
Use them. You think they'll sponsor us?
They probably would. We're probably their demographic for sure.
Oh yeah, dude, their demographic is everywhere. They blew up huge. I've been seeing them on shelves for a long time, but yeah, no, they just now, like, I didn't even notice too. Like, so I had seen them, and I was already thinking about how I really needed to try to quit vaping because I was smoking weed so much already that I like really felt it affecting my lungs. Kind of felt like I felt it affecting my heart too, almost. I vaped so much, and now I hardly smoke weed since I quit vaping though too. But Blythe, like a week before me, stopped. Because I was like, after this vape is done, I'm going to get Zins. And then he was like, yeah, I stopped vaping. I picked up some Zins. I was like, that's crazy. I was just thinking about doing that. And then I did it the next week. And I just see them all the time now. I see people, comedians. I mean, everybody. It's so easy for other people, though. I spit. A lot of people that use them don't spit. I can't do all that.
Damn. Well, like when I smoked cigarettes, I would spit all the time. Like I feel like that's a pretty natural thing with nicotine.
Well, chewing's a little bit different though too. It
Chewing's
actually like
different.
it's gonna make you salivate a little bit more.
Yeah.
And like it's like dense, especially if you actually have like Copenhagen wintergreen. Bud, I used to chew that though. Copenhagen wintergreen all the time. Copenhagen. I like the southern note. Southern.
I never got into that.
Something like that. There's one of them that kind of tasted like sweet tea.
I don't know, dude. I did a dip and chew one time, and I felt higher than a fucking kite. And I was like, never again. It wasn't a good high either, bro. I just felt like a
nicotine.
Fucking turd flowing through the wind.
If you've done it though, multiple times and you get used to it, you got to start with just little pinches. Like if you're just starting to chew and like that's what you're getting into, it's just got to be a little pinch and just go a little bit at a time. But eventually you'll step it up to getting like a full pinch. Full dip in, and it's fucking. You smoke some weed, and then you want to boost your fucking high, and you throw one of them bad boys in. Crazy, bro. Especially like senior year. By the time it's junior year, even I'm full blown piehead. All right,
just a fucking chew spitting master. Huh?
Oh yeah. Well, it's wrestling, so it's wrestling season. So it's like I go to move my car from the senior lot over to by the gym, so I don't have to walk so far to get to my vehicle. So when I move it, I pop out my little, told you about the pill bottle? You weren't here. So you take a pill bottle, you fucking like heat up a pen or something, stick it through it.
That's right.
And you stick a socket in that bitch.
That's right.
And it builds you like your own little one hitter. So I fucking load that bitch up, you know what I'm saying? Rip that a few times on my way over there. Then I go hit wrestling practice, bro. It's like you get off wrestling practice, you haven't ate in 3 days, you go and smoke weed, throw a dip in, You're higher than
On
fucking
fire.
ball sack, dude.
Yeah, dude. I remember the first time I smoked a cigarette. Like you felt fucking high. It was like and then
You had to force that bitch down.
yeah, and I remember like I quit smoking cigarettes and I had a cigar like a year later and like same fucking thing. Like that first 20-30 seconds, you're like on cloud nine. Like
So the
Something
cool
to show
thing
your
to do
body.
in Oskaloosa when you're a kid, well, it used to be. Now they have things to do,
But
but
you'd be smoking cigarette butts after
well, you
people.
used to go to Smoky Row, is what we used to do. Smoky Row is just like the downtown area, and nothing going on, just a bunch of kids fucking acting fools, getting kicked out all the time.
Bad kid shit.
Yeah, just fucking acting hellacious. It was still popular even after the skate park got built, but basically everybody ended up moving over there. So we'd be down there and I'd smoke cigarettes with people. And I'd be so fucking high I'd run home. It was only like 5 blocks, but like when I was like
I
running,
need to get this off.
yeah, I'd just be so fucking high. I'd be like running home like, whoa.
Hey, dude, I had to run that shit off too one time, but it was because I accidentally hit some K2 and didn't know that shit. What was it? It was that caution. It was fucking, I don't know if
I
you guys
don't know
ever
what they
fucking.
do.
that didn't intensify your high at all.
Dude, that shit. Nah, bro. So we go to my homie's. I go with my homie to his homie's apartment, and they, they got some joints rolled up, and they're like, "Yeah, here, bro." And I hit it, and then I hit it again, and I'm all like, "Dude, it was like almost instantaneous." And I was all like, "Yo, what's this?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, bro, it's caution." And I was like, "Oh, dude." I just remember I just got up and just walked out of these. I just walked out of these apartments, dude. I don't know. It was at the Seneca Apartments. I don't know if you've ever been there, dude. But just super some hood ass apartments, dude.
I feel like I had K2 one time by accident, like because I
Once? That's it?
I feel I don't know because
Once?
like one time I was with my not yet ex-wife. We were just friends driving and like we smoked weed and like we literally like tripped. Like I felt like I had like a hallucinogenic trip.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is not weed. Or like they fucking put something in that or something. And then I ended up losing the weed afterwards.
You want to hear a
So
real
I
fun
never
one?
smoked it again. Sure.
Real fun, dude. First time I ever had K2, which I've smoked K2 in my life like 25 times, dude. But first time I ever had it, weed was hard to get. Oskaloosa's a crazy place.
Yeah, yeah.
When you have nothing to fucking do, when they provide nothing,
nothing to do,
a
smoke
lot of
some
us end up
K2.
doing drugs. First night I ever tried K2 though, same night that I first tried Four Loko. The old OG Four Locos too.
Shit,
Oh,
dude. You might as well
we
just fucking
were
hit Salvi at that point.
Fucked, dude. We were so fucking fucked. Oh my god. Yeah, that was with my homeboy Luke. My homeboy Luke is like the first one to like put us on with like all that shit too, like trapping, all that, dude. Like one time we gave him $20 for some weed, and my homie Quilter, he fucking just dips into the bag, pulls out this whole big ass handful, and puts it in his hands, and he's like, "Is that enough?" And we were like, we looked at each other and we're like, "No." And then he was like, "Here," and I put my hands out, and he just loaded up my I cupped him, and he just loaded me up. And dude, we're fucking good forever, bro. That's my fucking dog right there. He's in prison now, though. Yeah. Well, he killed a guy, but it was fucking.
Keep going.
Listen.
At least it wasn't for some
Basically, like I was at all the hearings and shit, and basically the way it went down.
About to
For the
reopen
most
the
part,
case.
I don't know if they had any previous connection or what. I don't know what was like really, really, truly happening. But that kid had been by the house, and they got into some type of vocal.
altercation.
Yeah, vocal altercation, you know, and the guy went away. The next time he came around, when he got his windshield broken by a branch, he had another guy with him. And then he ends up going and getting another guy. And then they actually come back for a fight this time. And the last guy that he picked up is the guy that died. But they're all like William Penn basketball players. The shortest guy. The shortest guy, because I read about all of them. 6'7" was the shortest guy. Luke's like 5'8", 5'9". And like I don't know, they said his story was bogus because he said he's on his stomach and he gets the knife out of his pocket. And when he got the knife out, he just went like this. And this is how he stabbed him. And the stabs were consistent with it, but first stab got that kid right in the heart. like 20 years old or something, and died.
Damn.
Yeah, and I'm like, R.I.P. to dude. There are so many people, dude. Like any black person on Oskaloosa, basically, right? Like it turned into a whole race case. The case, like all that shit, should have never gone down in Oskaloosa. He should have had court in Polk County, 100%, because it turned into a race battle. And I saw at least 3 people on the fucking in the jury that went to our high school, so they likely knew him and already had like a predetermined thought about how this was gonna go.
In the jury?
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
So
They fucked up then. They're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a fucking.
That's a conflict of interest. That's a
I
bad
don't know.
jury.
I don't know if they went to high school directly with him.
But they asked that beforehand. They're like, "Do you know anything
like
about
you can't
this?"
have
And they're supposed to
you
weed
can't
it
have
out.
any form of relation
And I
to
doubt
that
it.
person.
I doubt it, dude. This is fucking Oskaloosa.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
sexual assault convictions for POCs. And when I read the report about this, that's like 2015, and this had been since 1995, 100%. Any sexual harassment, any sexual assault case against where the defendant or whatever they call, I don't fucking remember. I don't fucking go to law school, but but yeah, if you're the person in trouble and you're a POC, 100% chance that you're getting convicted.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, so it's like it's a different type of place down there for sure.
Yeah.
A different type of fucking place.
Yeah, it's fucked
free
up.
Luke though. That's my fucking homeboy. You come onto my property and you're 6'9", Lord Jesus. You better pray to God, dude, because I'm gonna blow your whole fucking face back.
Hey,
You
I
got
agree,
me fucked
100%.
up. You got me fucked.
If there's any threat of intent, I think you have every means
even
available
if you're
to you.
just coming to fight me, you're 6'9", you're getting shot. You're fucking crazy.
I can't reach your head, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, I wish I wrestled too, though, so I'm definitely going for the legs. I'm gonna shoot a low ankle pick for sure. I'm gonna get behind you. You're gonna go to the ground if I can get you there. But if you're 6'9", you roll up at my house at nighttime too, and you got niggas with you that's also 6'9", and then one's 6'7", and you're all over 200 pounds, college athletes.
Yeah.
You think I'm about to fight you?
Yeah,
Boy, you got the whole world fucked up, and they not even from around Oskaloosa too. So I think that was something in their head. I think it was something in their head, like, oh, we got this. We're going to do this, and everybody talks about how nice the kid was that died and all this. At a point, you have to be like, you was a man enough to know that you're going to get yourself into a situation. Your homie came to you like, I got some problems. You don't think anytime I ever hit a lick in my life, we kick somebody's door in, rob their fucking ass, you think I didn't expect that I could possibly die tonight? I threw up every time on the way there. Every lick I ever hit on the way there, I threw up, shaking, getting pale. It's nerve-wracking, dude. It's like and I don't think they pulled up there with that energy. I think they pulled up there with an energy like, man, these niggas bitches. We better go fuck these white boys up real quick. So
that's fucked up. No, I 100% believe if anyone ever comes on your property or it comes at you in any way with the intent to harm you, you can use any resource necessary to protect yourself, even if that means that they're no longer.
I do see like some lines and shit, but I worked with a kid just last year, and his dad had just recently got out of prison, and he went to prison for 12 years because there's a guy that tried to rob him at gunpoint.
Yeah.
The dad grabbed the gun, got it away from him, and the guy that was trying to rob him tried to run away, and he shot him 5 times in the back, killed him. So they sent him to prison for manslaughter.
I don't know. I think it's okay.
I'm like, really? You're going to put him in? Like, I do understand some lines, but I think our lines are definitely construed.
No, fuck that. The person that does that crosses the line. The line has already been crossed. Once you have any intent to rob somebody or harm somebody, that line's crossed. That's it. End of story.
I totally get that part right there. But
it's just when you think about it, like
I'm saying this, like, real quick. Sorry.
Yeah, well, you're good.
If some dude's yelling, so you're standing on your porch, and some dude's at the edge of your property, still on like a public easement, and he's over there. No weapon on him, right? And he's like, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to beat your ass. And then you're like, step on my property, I'm going to shoot you. So he decides to step on your property. He's like, what the fuck are you going to do, pussy? But he's not like approaching you at that moment. And then you just light him up with the whole 15. I'm like, okay. Little extreme.
I'm okay.
Slightly extreme. At that point, to have your firearm, at that point, to be able to fire your firearm, like in the ground, like, yo, dude, I'm not playing with you. You're now on my property. Like, you're really asking to get shot. But at that point, like, maybe it was just like shit talking. You know, I'm not saying that you should go to prison for like 10 years or something like that, but I do think that's a little on the extreme side to light somebody up with a whole 15 because they just like, you were like, cross that line, I dare you. At that point, it's almost like you were prepping to shoot them, you know? It's supposed to, that's where self-defense is supposed to lie. It's supposed to be avoided, or at least attempted to avoid. Like, this is my last option.
Yeah, well, I mean, in that situation, you warned them, and then they still crossed the line. If they had turned around and been like, okay, I'm not, then yeah, then you can't shoot them.
But do you think there's a difference, though, between one shot and 15 shots?
Well, shit, bro, at the end of the day...
Technically, but still at the end of the day, you're still crossing that line.
I mean, even
100%.
Even if you get arrested for it, bro, it's just like one of those things. It's like all you got to do is convince a jury. That's all you got to do.
But some instances, that's a lot harder to do. Too.
I mean, when it's one of the things where it's like, you know, you try to convince a jury that this guy was trying to kill you, but he's the one that's got entry wounds in his back. You know, like trying to convince a jury that like a bunch of like motherfuckers you don't know to be all like, yeah, he did this to me, and they're just like, you shot him in the back. You know, like it's just one of those things, bro. Guys, I've been prepping for law school, so I was like, legal cases, let's go, dude. Yeah. Bro, I am unhealthy with it, dog.
I definitely think there's not. I don't know. That was like right when the standard ground law got enacted in Iowa too, and they hadn't officially been in effect, and they he couldn't get it. So it was like, yeah, it was pretty fucked up. In that situation, specifically, I'm like, oh yeah, I'd already hit him. Like, dude laid hands on him at that point.
Yeah,
motherfucker. Maybe people stop putting hands on other people. You know,
I agree.
Get your ass killed.
I agree. You want a real way to stop that? Motherfucker's gonna die if you fucking do that. That's the best way to stop it. I mean, seriously. That sounds fucked up, but it's true. I mean,
but there's some people out here who are just trigger happy. Like, a black guy at night showed up at your door. He was wearing pretty much all black, and he knocked on your door, so you shot through it. And he turned out to just be a fucking delivery driver. And it was dark because it's winter. You know, it's like, bro, like those things are. And I feel like those people that live in those extreme mindsets like that.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like if you push it too far, like we said before, it's like any idea that you just allow to let grow without any type of barrier is going to turn extreme.
Yeah.
That's bro. I mean, that's what I believe, at least.
There's always going to be a fringe of people who are extra violent or mentally ill or whatever. That's reality. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, bro. That's why, like, I don't know. Shit, bro. It just
I did it on accident the first time. But then I was just like...
Yeah, that shit, bro. But bro, like low key, like, you know, you guys know me, bro. I'm a huge gun advocate, bro. But I really do believe in like you know, you can make an appointment with a psychiatrist to just have a mental evaluation, bro. Because if you are just so unhinged and so fucking crazy that you can't convince the psychiatrist that probably doesn't give a fuck and just wants to take your $80 that you're good to buy a gun, bro. Like, you got some soul searching to do, bro.
$80, what the fuck?
Dude,
$80 a fucking hour,
dude.
If you don't have insurance,
bro.
They're expensive. Yeah,
it's expensive,
nigga. When I went to jail, during my sentencing and all that, I had to go through psych evaluations and all that. So I had to go to therapy, court ordered, and I had to go to drug counseling. And I never thought about it. They never tell you. You know, I'm young at that point still too, but I had to pay for all that shit, bro. I got done with that shit, and then I got a call from the hospital like 2 months later that I owed them like a total of like $2,500. I was like, what? I was like, from what? And like, yeah, they just saved all my bills, never mailed me a single fucking bill, and they told me how much it was at the end of all of it. And I'm like, oh my fucking God.
Dude, the state just fucked me, dude, because they lumped when I got locked up, they just lumped all that shit in with my state fines, dude.
Yeah.
That shit was like I was only in that bitch for 40 days, bro, and it cost me 5 bands, dude.
Oh my god.
I got like $1,000 to pay on that shit, bro. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. That was almost 10 years ago, bro.
I didn't went through that like same shit. Along with those, my court fines and shit, like the fines they gave me just for my charges was a little over $5,000.
Yeah,
and then I had the probation fees and shit. It was a total of like $7,500 is what it ended up coming out to.
Yeah, that probation fee was dumb because they were like, my probation officer was on. She's like, I don't care if you can only put a penny on it every month. I was all like, dear God.
Yeah, my first probation officer was a fucking bitch too. I don't remember what her name was, but when they told me I was getting a new one, I was like, why? And they were like, oh, this lady got promoted. She's the director now. I'm like, oh god, dude.
My chances are even slimmer.
Yeah, like I got out of jail at 7 o'clock at night, so I'm there at the office 6 a.m. sharp the next morning to see my PO, and she's just on my ass, bro. Did you smoke last night? Are you sure you didn't smoke? You know, if you did smoke, there's going to be ways to find out. I'm like, bro, no, I didn't smoke. I'm like, I just got out of jail. No.
Yeah, see, bro, I went to jail like my first year of probation, but that was some dumb shit. My fucking PO went through some shit, and she took leave, and so they gave me this substitute PO, and she was all like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna set a court date so you can go talk to a judge about early release." And I was like, all right, bet. And it turns out she called me and she was like, hey, we're actually going to instead of about a year release, we're actually going to do a hearing that's going to be just to see if you do the rest of your probation, like, in the jail. And I was all like, yeah, and then she was all like, yeah, dude, like that's just pretty much what it was, like, just simple, like, it was super long and but yeah, it was pretty much just to see if, like, because I mean, I was smoking on probation, I dropped dirty every single fucking time. Yeah, bro. So they were like, Serto
saved my life, boy.
But yeah, dude, so anyways, they were all like, yeah, we're gonna set this court date, and then she like I was gonna go to the court date, bro, like I knew I was going to jail, dude, and like 3 months goes by and I don't hear shit, and I'm like, all right, and then I get an email saying from her that's like, hey, you missed your court date 3 weeks ago and now you have a warrant out for your arrest. So I was like, well, I'm going to Kansas City. And I moved. I came back here for Christmas to see my family. Dog got arrested 24 hours into fucking being here.
Damn, dude. That sucks for you.
Shit, bro. It's fucking wild, dude.
I played my shit right, dude. Fuck that. Because there's too many people that are always like, oh, they didn't tell me. Nigga, they won't. They ain't gonna tell you a goddamn thing. They gonna do it in the most sly way possible. Like, I called my probation officer for anything I had the slightest question on, bro. I got court coming up. They said that my court date got moved to this date, but it originally was set at this date. I'm like, well, I don't know. I'll check into that for you, and I'll call you back. That's why my probation officer liked me so much. I checked in with his ass. Plus, too, I found that I'm a sly son of a bitch, though, too. They're like, so what do you tell your probation officer when you have to go into your meetings? I'm like, tell him the truth. About everything he needs to know. Talk to him about shit that I actually do. Talk to him about the Chiefs, about football. He's a Vikings fan, so talk to him about the Vikings and shit. Talk to him about lifting. Yeah, I'm getting ready for this powerlifting competition and shit. I don't go in there and tell him, yeah, I actually been smoking weed. I take my fucking Serto, and then most of the time, dude, like my last 6 months of probation, I didn't get dropped a single time. Not even to get off probation did I get dropped.
Wow.
Yeah. So they just stopped dropping me.
Yeah, see, my
halfway
shit
helped.
Maybe. Well, I think it really just helped that, like, I really fell into I went to work. This is like when I was working out all the time, too. So I was still smoking like hella weed, but it's like I'd go to the gym, go to work, go to the gym again, and then I'd go home and just get super drunk and high.
Hey, bro, I'll tell you what, dude, working out be pushing that shit out of your system, bro. Ever since I started lifting, like, it's been so much harder for me to get high, bro.
Dude, you go to a CrossFit gym and do 2-a-days. I'm telling you, so each session is only going to be like 30 minutes. So you only worked out a total of an hour that day.
Fucking terrible.
Do 2-a-days, I'm talking like 4 or 5 days. and your system's clean again. It's out.
Damn.
Yeah. If you're not smoking, obviously.
Yeah, right.
So Lolo, you recently changed your Facebook cover picture to Trump 2024. What's up with that?
I'm on the Trump train. No more Biden.
I knew you were dumb, bro, but this is easily the dumbest shit I have ever heard come out your mouth.
I don't care. Don't care. It's going to come down to Trump and Biden. It's going to come down to Trump and Biden, and there's not a fucking chance that I'm going to go do 4 more years of Biden. The world, this is a big thing to me, too.
Here. Okay.
No, this is a huge thing to me.
You guys just opened something inside of me, bro.
I
can guarantee you I will shoot down anything you got to say, bro.
I doubt it.
Hit me with it.
I mean, maybe not. I don't care.
I'll just sit back.
The world is closer at this point than ever to World War III. Like, closer than we ever have been to fucking big shit just popping off, all right?
True. That's true. Yeah.
If I have to go to war, do not want to have to go to war behind the Biden
You're not going to go to war, bro. You're like almost 30. You're good.
Nigga, if a world war broke out, you don't think I'm going?
No, plus you don't have any brothers, right?
Nigga, I'm going. You're fucking insane.
Right? No.
If something is actually going on that's threatening the safety of the United States, that I fully and truly believe is threatening the safety of everything we do, I'm absolutely going. You don't think if somebody fucking bombed? Are you saying they're gonna force? I'm confused. Are you saying they're gonna force you to go, or you're just gonna go because you feel like you have like an obligation to go? They would force us to go. I ain't fucking going. If it was to that extent, like if this was storming Normandy Beach again, they absolutely wouldn't. All of us.
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think they would ever have a draft.
If it got to,
I don't think they'll have a draft. I'm not saying they will, but if they did, like if this was like back to that, if it was that large, like storming Normandy Beach again, then yeah, we'd be going.
Yeah, but we would just take an Xbox controller and just drone them.
So
I don't know.
The American government the American military learned from D-Day. Like D-Day was like a very big learning curve for everybody.
Sure.
Yeah. And like that is why America is so. We took the Russian fucking concept of just bombarding them until they fucking submit. We perfected that. Well, shit, fuck them too. Well, I mean, I don't know. Are you serious, bro? The whole like he's just fucking
a little angsty right now.
Like this fucking man.
Yeah, you're so upset.
This fucking man.
Who are you voting for? The guy that sounds like he's been smoking cigarettes for 25 years?
Sure is not voting for the fucking guy who did a tax cut for the fucking richest people on the planet and didn't do shit for us.
That's every fucking American president, dude.
Are you high as fuck right now?
I'm not. Every American president cuts taxes for the rich, dude.
Every American president that has cut taxes for the rich has been a Republican president.
I guarantee.
No, Obama did that.
Yeah,
Obama did a rich man tax cut. Let me see.
And fucking
Obama definitely did that.
What's the fucking? Why can I not remember his fucking name, dude? Bill.
I mean, Obama did take the fucking. He bailed all those banks out.
And if they don't,
that's the same thing.
If they don't do it right in front of your face, then they do it another way. Like exactly like Obama. Oh, we're gonna bail out the banks because that's what the American people need right now.
I don't know, dude. Bro, I will carry Joe Biden's dead body on my shoulders. Like I'm John Cena from here to Washington, D.C.
You won't have to.
I will put sunglasses on him, and I will shove my hand up his ass, and I will puppet his mouth.
Well, if he dies, you're going to have to deal with Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris, bro, that is better than fucking
Donald
Elise
Trump,
Stefanik.
Vivek Ramaswamy. I'm all in.
Yeah, 100%. I heard he's going to be his vice, right?
I don't know for sure. I didn't hear that yet.
Oh my god, dude!
But I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh my god, dude!
I think it makes the most sense.
Nah, he wouldn't do that because he takes up too much room. He takes up too much of the energy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
he is someone who can
Mike Pence
draw
is pretty
in a crowd.
docile.
He does not want that, bro. Like Trump is look at me. Don't get me wrong, bro. Like I'm not a pro Biden person. I am just super fucking anti-Trump, bro. Like 1,000%, dude. I will never ever like.
Do you think there's something wrong with like settling with the candidate that's just going to be, is going to be shit? I'm not saying Trump's...
I look at tax records and I look at demographics. Like, I can promise you, boys, I listen to an unhealthy amount of this shit, bro. I work out. I get up, I work out in the morning, I go to work, and then I listen to this shit for 8 fucking hours while I work on cars, dude. And I don't listen to, like, a lot of, like, leftist channels. Like, I just listen to these motherfuckers talk, dude.
Yeah.
Like, in reality, it's like, especially when they start talking about the border is a don't solve issue. It's just like the fucking left with guns. They don't want the issue to actually be fixed.
Yeah.
Like, because if they fix the
any
issues,
side wants the issue.
That's why we need somebody in there who's not a politician. Like Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is a giant fucking politician, dude. That is a snake oil salesman.
I will say that I think that's an outdated argument. I think he definitely, like, the whole, like, drain the swamp thing, like, he became the swamp.
They let me in because I'm an outsider. And they don't like me because I'm gonna strain the swamp. Like, of what? Of fucking what? You just took out the pieces of shit that were in there and just installed your own pieces of shit like that. You just put different monsters in the swamp.
I mean, I don't think that there's any good person. To be fair, what we really need to focus on is Congress. Anyways.
Yeah, dude.
Congress needs to be the number one focus when it comes to voting. Because they're the ones who actually sit around and argue out our laws.
Exactly, but you do
these things are going to get passed.
Do you know who Speaker of the House is?
Right now.
No, I want him to answer it.
No.
It's Mike Johnson. You know who Mike Johnson is?
Doesn't matter.
Mike Johnson is the guy he was the lawyer for Donald Trump during all of his impeachments. He was the lawyer that brought all of the cases that lost to the states to challenge their elections.
Doesn't that just show you that it's all bullshit? Like, I don't know, the whole, like, Congress debate, like all these people, they all go get dinner and drinks afterwards. They put on this whole masquerade for the TV, and then they're all friends. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
The whole government, what is it, checks and balances? Bullshit. Doesn't exist.
See, dude, that is a part of their system. Like, these people are all about, like, the government has been corrupted by just human nature. You know, on paper, it's supposed to be something like fucking Congress. Everyone's like, the two-party system. It's all like, no, we just saw what it turned into. The two-party system, how they do, is supposed to symbolize that two different groups of people with completely different views and really don't like each other can still come together and find a common ground to betterment for people. But now we got dipshits in there that are just doing shit for fucking Twitter followers and their fucking sound bites for CNN
Trump's
and
not
Fox News. Yeah, you're right, because he just created his own echo chamber that he just fucking yells into constantly.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with, like, independent media, independent platforms, and creating that. I don't think that's a problem.
I think like someone like Joe Rogan, for example, dude, he be pissing me off because he's all like, well, the media. It's like, bro,
he's libertarian.
You have, but it's like, bro, you have ratings that networks fucking
Joe Rogan?
of.
Yeah, you're the one who told me he's libertarian.
No, he's not libertarian. He has libertarian ideas, but he's
Hold on.
He considers himself a liberal.
Looked this up too.
He considers himself a liberal.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I don't know, bro. Like, have you guys even listened to any of the Trump speeches in New Hampshire and Iowa?
No, I didn't. Look, I'm not on board with Trump.
I know you're not. I'm just asking.
No, I have.
Oh no, that's what it is. Rogan considers himself libertarian leaning.
Yeah, I hate that term. It's fucking retarded.
That's why I just say I'm an independent.
Fair.
I lean to the right.
Yeah.
Because if you lean to the left, you're a little sissy. I'm left-handed, bud.
So you are a leftist?
No, kind of. In a way, yeah. When I'm yanking it, absolutely.
Well, that shit. But no, dude. But it's just like, I don't know, dude. Plus, it's like when you're somebody
Trump 2024.
When you're someone who quotes dictators more than you fucking quote, you know, successful presidents. Like, I don't know, dude. Like he said, he literally like 3 weeks ago.
I'll tell you what.
Abraham Lincoln fucked up the Civil War could have been negotiated. Like, are you fucking serious?
It could have been though. That's
yeah.
actually a fact.
I do agree with that.
Let me tell you, they fucked up the entire voting system though too, because they had like two people on each side. Like they had like the Confederate states voting and the Northern states voting. It was all fucked up. It's almost like it happened on like a polled system.
Yeah.
And then they tried to take fucking Lincoln's name off the ballot too. That fucked shit up. That's probably one of the biggest things that really started the war.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's them. It was them seceding from. Like, everybody always paints the Civil War as like, oh, the South had slaves, and then the North got mad, and that's not what happened.
Yeah, right.
The South had slaves forever,
that's
and then
a huge
they seceded,
of it, though.
and then the North was like, you can't do that, and then they were like, fuck you, and then they had Civil War. Like, the slavery is always sprinkled in, and it's
slavery was a big part of it. Slavery is is a huge piece on
Nikki
why
Haley.
those states seceded.
No, I don't believe the North did it because they
Don't forget
were,
that the South is democratic.
well, yeah, they meant different things at that point.
Yeah,
They
but
definitely-
is this
they
before or
switched.
after the platform switch?
When they switched, though,
What year
that's
did they
the
switch
thing.
platforms?
They only like half and half switched. Like they didn't really like.
Elaborate.
Yeah, I'm saying like there's views that were still held on the Democratic side that were still held.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. There's still like, but like our political landscape nowadays is nothing compared. I mean, it's not even what it was, 15 years ago. Like, bro, like
That's
MAGA it's like that shit is a cancer, bro. A fucking cancer. I'm gonna get you a little hat. I'm gonna get you a bunch of Trump hats.
It's fine with me.
I know, dude. I just want to see you
Then
wear
I don't
them.
have to pay for them.
I just want to see you wear them.
I'm not gonna wear merch from a president.
Well, look,
When Biden got elected, it's like 3 days after the election. I'm down in Oskaloosa, and these people had leased out this space to run a Trump store. Like they had all these huge Trump flags out there,
That shit's
and all this
insane.
fucking merch inside and all that. And when I was driving by, I took the time to pull up into the parking lot and laugh at them because I actually saw them unloading stuff. I was like, ha ha! I was like, you fucking idiots, dude. Like, a president selling merch is fucking, like, it's not like he was even selling it himself. It's like the fact that people are buying this shit. It's like,
Well, they probably made
I
this
need to
shit
have my
too.
Trump shirt and my Trump hat to go out here. Like, there's definitely other people making them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Trump was making some money off of them because his name is on them. But it's like, it's a president, dog. You really need to buy the president's merch? I won't even buy a fucking bumper sticker.
Gabe, let me ask you this. I'm curious on your opinion on this because I see what you're saying about MAGA, but I mean, you acknowledge that I think a lot of people vote for Biden because they feel like it's their only resort.
Yeah.
Don't you think there are a lot of people who voted for Trump who felt the same way? Like, I don't think it's necessarily a correct assertion to say, like, they were all MAGA. They were all in all the bullshit. Like, don't you think that happens both ways?
Well, it's like I think. No, honestly, no. Trump is an anomaly. Trump is a crazy ass anomaly that has like. Trump isn't. He isn't the problem. He is a byproduct of the problem.
I agree with that.
Like he is a spawn of the system that we live in.
Yeah, he was a retort. He was like a rejection of it.
Yeah.
Like, look, I voted for Trump the first time he ran, and that was like the reason I voted for him.
It's
Is he was like, this guy's gonna fuck everything up, and then he didn't. He just fell in line with every other Republican president.
Dude, it's like
Look, you're over here yelling at me, and he voted for him. I didn't even vote.
I know.
He voted for him, dude.
I just like
I
giving you
voted for
shit.
Harambe.
Well, I have faith in his political knowledge. That's why I don't. No, I know you're just trying to piss me off, and I'm letting you win.
No, I think 4 years of Trump was much better than 4 years of Biden.
I would agree with that.
I don't know, man.
I choose Trump
bro.
over Biden. Now that I've had the chance in my adult life to experience 4 years of Trump and 4 years of Biden, I choose Trump.
That is
every
not.
time.
But you got to think about it, bro. You're looking at how it's affected your life, and you are not looking at how it got to this point. You just see your point as like, my life is like this, while this guy is.
that's what I
You don't
care
think
about.
that's valid?
I'm only here for so long, brother.
Listen. Like COVID is really what changed my mental political landscape, because I used to after seeing how corporations took advantage of a really shitty situation and seeing a lot of other shit.
Much bigger than the United States president, though.
Yeah,
COVID, that's a
I don't think the problem is corporations. It was government. It was the government lockdowns.
The government lockdown, but
that was the inciting thing.
The thing that really fucked everything up was the prolonging of it.
George Floyd fucked everything up. If he would have never fucking gone to that store, if he would have just stayed his ass at home, 2020 would have been a smooth ride.
George Floyd, overrated. 2024.
No more, George. No more.
This man's really out here.
8 minutes? Those are pussy numbers.
God damn it. I could do 9:30 easy, dude.
So wild.
We're going down.
My favorite month's coming up. The month where I get in the most trouble. I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
Just staying away from you.
Dude, we got 4 episodes of Black History Month too, dude. I'm getting him an afro. And I'm putting a
do-rag, afro, anything but blackface.
Anything.
And then maybe the last episode I'll jump in.
Man, I've been telling him. I've been trying to push him to do blackface just to see where it goes from there.
I will be homeless. I will be homeless if I do blackface.
Maybe.
Dude,
I mean, this is Iowa, dude. We can get the Proud Boys out there in your front yard.
Dude, my friends and family are not. They would not be cool with that. I would not be able to show up to any more family functions. They'd be like, "Oh, that's the guy who did
Robert
blackface
Downey Jr.
and put it
did
on
it.
YouTube."
Robert Downey Jr. did it. You just have to do
That
it
was
right.
back in like 2005. You could still do that shit. Rob
was-
McElhenney from the It's Always Sunny, he was the last white man to be able to do blackface. After that, no. Nobody's been able to do it since.
Well, I mean,
It's
even wasn't
not
that
that
still, they were
bad.
like, no, you can't do that on that episode. Or I think it might be something else. Yeah.
Well, when it was the Lethal Weapon shit, where he played because they like the characters switch. Like Dennis plays who's the fucking actor's name? The black guy from Lethal Weapon. He's famous.
I don't know, dude. I've never seen Lethal Weapon.
Really?
No, I just wanted you to ask me that question.
I
wanted to see how
Danny Glover. or something Glover.
Danny Glover?
I think Danny Glover.
He's black.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
Isn't that?
That's what I'm saying. So Dennis in the show.
Oh, no,
Dennis
I think
plays
somebody
him, but like and normally, and then Mac's character and like they switch, but Mac insists on doing it in blackface to keep the character authentic. But I think that was hilarious because like these people are already portrayed as like huge pieces of shit. So it's like in character for them to do blackface. I mean, I don't know. I think that was a little. People overhyped that whole
I
thing.
think blackface needs to be
Bring it back.
I mean, I think blackface, especially if you're doing it for a reason of comedy, like legitimate comedy, like you're not just like, you know what I'm saying, trying to be a racist piece of shit, or you're not legitimately one of those people, then I think blackface is fucking hilarious. Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface is one of the greatest pieces of cinema ever to bless the screen.
That shit, like, cause that shit was full. Like, that was beyond blackface. Like, that was
just black.
That was
black man.
Yeah, that was black.
that shit.
It's more than blackface. It was just black. Do you remember like last year? It was either 23 or 22 during Halloween though, and like there was a photo that blew up with this fucking kid that dressed like Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, and he had his face painted black. And
okay, he wasn't even the last one because that was a kid and he got fucking shit for that.
Yeah, right. Like, where the fuck are the parents, dude? Somebody needs to teach them right. Like, dude, like I said before, and I know we talked about it a little bit before, but like, yeah, blackface, not that bad of an issue. I bet Trump would do blackface.
Nah, dude, you can't get the orange off.
Dude, that would up his polls. I guarantee people would fucking. They'd be like, yes.
Maybe he should be like Biden,
baby.
If you don't vote for me, you ain't
I'm
black.
just like you. Look at me. No one does blackface better than me.
Hey, Trump free Kodak, nigga. Don't play with me, man.
No one does blackface like this. This is the greatest blackface to ever exist.
Yeah, probably. It would be like the farthest thing from black, too. That'd be the best part.
Greatest thing to ever exist.
I woke up this morning and decided to do blackface. That was a terrible impression. I haven't heard him talk in a while.
I listen to him talk way too much. It's unhealthy.
I think that's your problem. I think you need to stop us.
I listen to him talk, dude.
I haven't listened to Trump.
You know how, like, there's
talk,
people
dude.
that, like, just, like, fucking hate gays, right? And they just hate gays so much that you're almost like,
where's this?
you kind of seem a little gay, dude. Honestly, like, it kind of sounded like you like Trump. I'm just, you know, I see the similarities here.
I'm a from the horse's mouth person, big dog. I cannot stand those people that watch YouTube videos of other people telling them about things that they can just go get information on themselves. Church?
Yeah, are you talking about the
Are
Bible
you
or church?
accusing me of being a fucking Christian nationalist? A Christo-fascist?
No, I'm talking like that's what church is.
Church?
That's just what I've always thought of it as.
I mean, that's how people get information. I mean, I don't know. What, you want to read books all day? I don't fucking know.
Oh, my high ass, yeah, my slow ass. I was like, what the fuck is this man talking about?
I said church because every time I've gone to church, like I've gone to a few different churches, and it's just different. Some different old white dude interpreting the Bible in a different way.
Yeah.
They read out of the Bible and they're like, Jesus said da 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 da, and what he meant by that was, it's like, wait. Who are you to tell me what the fuck this nigga meant? First of all, you're white. I don't think he was white. If Jesus was real, ain't no way that nigga was white. Not even close.
Hey, the Japanese, man. The Japanese, they love their white Jesus.
You want to hear something crazy, too?
Or what was it, 21 Jump Street with Korean Jesus?
That's right. Korean Jesus. What's up?
I can find the video or the documentary that I watched, too, and I can send it to you. But they were studying, like, all the, like, pyramid shit in Africa. What do they call them? Not the Sphinx, because that one's, like, the fucking cat, right?
I don't know.
Whatever, but there's like in Egypt and shit like that, it's a big thing and very popular for the noses to be gone. No noses.
Yeah.
It's always been like a big mystery, and these people were playing around with that shit. Yeah, okay. You said that.
Thanks, Kanye.
Yeah, nah, that's you're too far forward, anyways. But they fucking were doing like electronic reconstruction and shit like that, and they were also going by the paintings that are on most of any type of tombs or walls that you see, which I also just recently learned too that there's not a bunch of hieroglyphics in the Great Pyramid.
I don't know.
Or that's just a myth.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not exactly.
I don't research the pyramids.
But Egypt, if you put the base for like the most like generic typical person of African descent, and you put that nose onto those statues or whatever you want to fucking call them, I don't know what the fuck they're made out of, because that can't be sand.
Limestone.
Limestone. But
I know something.
But yeah, they're like yeah. So they believe that the people in this documentary at least believe that the people who built the pyramids are like definitely African. Like African, like dark-skinned African.
Do you know where Egypt is, right?
Yeah, it's in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also right on the edge of the Middle East.
But I mean, like,
because I think Egyptians these days are a little lighter skinned.
Yeah, Ethiopians, Egyptians, a lot of them are more like Middle Eastern looking. Yeah. But that didn't. It's their biggest belief that didn't really start until after like
But where's the equator line, Sid, dude? Because Africa's a gigantic fucking continent, dude.
It's like the top third of it.
Yeah,
something like that.
I don't know exactly where the equator goes through.
Yeah, because I mean,
should we bring a globe in here?
Someone busted out.
That would be kind of cool. But during like the times of like the Ottoman Empire and then into like the British Empire and shit like that, that's at times where they believe that shit was pushed out because like Muslim territory, Jewish territory was growing. So they were just taking over more and more area.
Bro, dude, it's kind of crazy that like you bring that up, bro, because we are literally watching history. Like, you know how we were talking about wars earlier? Like, we are literally watching history repeat itself. Like every war that is going on right now is literally, if it's not some small country just fucking killing each other, it's a bunch of countries going after each other because they want to bring back their old empire. You got Russia's war right now trying to bring back the Soviet Union. You got the war in the Middle East. They're trying to bring back the... Yeah, nah, bro.
I don't think.
Nah, bro. That man is 100% trying to bring back the Soviet Union. That dude is an ex-KGB agent. That dude's trying to bring back the Soviet Union.
The whole reason Russia and Ukraine happened is because Ukraine sided with the EU. They're not going in there trying to like take over everything.
Putin expressed.
Yeah,
Putin expressed that it's like the eastern half of the Ukraine should still belong to Russia. Like
sure, but he drew a line in the sand. He was like, "Hey, do not bring Ukraine into the UN."
Yeah,
and then they did that. They like people in the
I
United
think that
States
was more of a warning, though, too. I think him attacking them was inevitable.
I don't believe that Putin's trying
but
to...
I mean, that's just kind of a weird deal because at the same time we convinced them to give their nukes back to Russia because once they took their sovereignty, they were trying to keep it after the fall of the USSR. And they were trying to keep that shit, but the American government is the one that persuaded them to give their nukes back to Russia.
Isn't it crazy too that we fucking just like
no, dude, that's
during World War II we just fucking partnered up with Russia? We're like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's like...
And then we're like, this guy's bad. But Stalin killed more of his own people than what Hitler killed of the Jews.
Oh, dude.
They had some weird justifications with that. Well, it's because they helped us in World War II. So we're automatically going to side with
imagine
the person that helped
just
us.
fucking imagine a world where... And there's been so much bad blood. You know, when people talk about this... It's like the same thing with hoods. If you want to bring it to a small scale. Hoods. You're like, okay, well, things are different now. Everybody realizes what you're beefing about. They realize like how like systemic and systematic racism has kind of pushed you into these positions. Like, so why can't we stop this? Why can't we put it behind? There's too much bad blood. People's kids got killed. People's uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins got killed. And so now there's so much bad blood. But just imagine a world where the United States and Russia decided to put their bad blood in the past and actually work together to make some shit happen.
Oh, dude,
it would never happen.
So you got to think about the
never say never, dude. Are you not a believer?
No, because they want wars. These governments want wars because it keeps them in business and it keeps their necessity.
Dude, I'll be honest with you.
I can't wait to clip this up,
bro.
Instagram's gonna come to my aid, baby.
I was like, bro, I think at the end of the day, we give these people we give governments a little too much credit in the brain department, like 1,000%. We really do, dude.
We give them too much credit in general.
The countries
as a whole, sure, but I think the people at the top know what they're doing. I think a lot of people follow in suit because they feel like that's what's right. But I mean, the people at the top government,
they're not even. The thing is, though, too, the big thing is, and there's been fucking like social studies that have proved this time and time again, that the more informed person always takes the cake. Pretty much always. It's like they know we're smart. They know how smart that we actually are once you get us all in the same room together and let us talk things out. Yeah. So they just have to keep us less informed. If you control the information, then you can
I'm trying to bring
everything.
I'm bringing this to a primal level. Like when you have the food chain and you have multiple apex predators in the food chain, the apex predators are always going to fight every single time. And that is what we have. We can never have peace with Russia and China simply because our cultures are so vastly fucking different. I
don't believe that.
No, I don't believe that either.
Because the government is supposed to be built.
Especially the United States government. Have to start looking at these other countries. That's what I'm telling you. These.
Yeah, I know. They are. Have you met these?
There's a lot of people like us.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So when we actually meet these people, when real life people and not just government officials and fucking military meet real life people, And like, if you take
what I'm trying to tell you is
100
it's like-
Americans and you sit them down with 100 motherfuckers that grew up their whole life in China, and you fucking find whatever way you can for them to communicate.
Yeah,
I bet
there is
90% of them get along.
There is, yeah, they can get along.
Even without the similarities, even with the differences, though, I'm guaranteeing they get along.
But what I'm trying to point out is that there is, you guys talk about how we have all these people in our government, so there's going to be all these people in these other governments as well.
Yeah, which is where the similarities fall in. That's why I'm saying I absolutely think that we could get along. We just give the government too much power on both sides.
Yeah.
January 6th was a beautiful day, baby. I don't care what anybody says. Don't care. It's a beautiful day. Not necessarily because of what they were fighting for, but because it proved we need that Mussolini Jesus in. You're not even listening to what I'm saying, though.
We need Mandarin Mussolini.
It proved they literally stormed the nation's capital. They were able to do that. It proved the point of, imagine if that was all of us. In an hour. If that was everybody. In an hour. The nation's capital is ours. It's ours already. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're gonna be like, we got everybody in one spot. Take them out.
Yeah. That's not the point, though. But the point is, like, for real, like, it proved the point of, like, we are the many, they are the few.
No, that proved that motherfuckers are dumb as fuck, bro.
Okay, so you're not gonna tell me you're gonna tell me that didn't prove that the government is the few and we are the many.
Oh,
when you saw people,
dude, we knew that when
actually come
motherfuckers
together
were
and had
burning-
the ability to go and do that shit.
Dude, bro, do you not know what happened? Did you just like forget what happened 3 to 6 months before January 6th?
No, but nobody ever stormed the nation's capital before.
No, we were burning down police stations as a fuck you. Like January 6th was strictly because somebody was upset. Like 100%.
Yeah, but you're talking about details we're not discussing, though.
Like,
I'm talking about the point of you just drew that into way deeper than what I made it. I'm just saying.
No, I was
proved
like,
the point of.
yeah, but
This isn't burning down a fucking. How's it a terrible example?
It's just a terrible
okay,
example.
so you walked up and you burnt down a police station from behind, from the back of the fucking building, and you just started a huge fire. I mean, like, okay, it's going to be our tax dollars that just go and pay for that now, too. Because they're just going to rebuild the motherfucker. These guys took over the nation's capital. They didn't burn down a building and fucking go rob a Target. Which, to be fair, I loved all that, too.
What did they accomplish?
Not much.
Exactly.
But that, I didn't talk about their task at hand, though. I didn't talk about
but
what their goal was at all.
But there's a whole point. You like, obviously, yes, they got into the Capitol, but it's like, what are you supposed to do after that? It's just kind of like the dog who caught the car. You know what I'm saying?
I can't answer those questions. I don't know what their whole goal was. I don't really know what their plan was after getting into the Capitol.
Yeah.
But it proved the point of, if we all came together with the same message and we all had the same goal, they wouldn't stand a fucking chance.
Well, I think there's a good amount of evidence to suggest that it was an FBI.
Oh,
Suck
my dick.
Oh, come on, why?
Suck my
Why?
dick.
There's videos of
I
people
have
who are igniting the protest.
watched a
What
bunch of
fucking
those,
side does
dude.
this guy lean on?
That
because
shit.
you fucking don't believe.
Oh
He's like,
my
I don't believe
God.
that side or that side. Okay,
Yeah,
what side
bro.
are you on?
I'm on the side of
There's
truth,
video.
bro.
There's
Like,
video evidence
I
of
don't know nobody's
individuals
side.
inciting the crowd, and they took it to court and they asked them, "Who is this person?" They said, "No comment. We can't talk about that." They refused to address it. There's plenty of people that we have video footage of them inciting the crowd. There's video footage of the police opening the gate and letting them come through. I think it's 100% likely.
But those police, there was also an audio report that those guys were told to stand down because it could have been bad for them. It's like, hey, yo, you could get hurt.
Yeah, dude.
Let them do their thing right now.
but then why did they shoot people?
They shot.
They
shot one person, and that's because her dumbass stuck her head through a fucking window that's going to the chamber of Congress. That's why she died. That is the only shot that was fired.
I don't think that's worth killing someone over. But
I mean, I don't necessarily either, but it's also the Secret Service, dude. If you want to go test the Secret
like
Service,
if you want to go do that shit, bro, you want to like he said, you're storming the like. They gotta take it easy on them, bro. Like 1,000%. Like 1,000%. Like, let's be real.
Really, I kept
if they were like, if they
really the whole
wanted,
point of me bringing it up though was very
down.
simple. It's just a simple fact of, regardless of what their point was and what happened in that scenario, it's the point of that if we are all like, hey, we want less government, and the government said no, we could do it. Like, we could go to DC and just take it over. And it'd be like, you're not calling the shots anymore. We're calling the shots. We have enough people to do that. If those couple thousand people that just wanted fucking a revote could do it, that's what they're mad about, just a revote. Yeah, we could definitely make that shit happen.
Oh, dude, all we gotta do is just put your orange dick taster in the fucking office, dude. We ain't gotta worry about none of this shit no more, dog.
Exactly.
There you go. Let's put the fucking dick taster in office, bud.
I mean, I don't know where he was tasting
Fucking
dick.
The dick taster, bud.
Dude, he be grabbing him by the pussy, okay? Trump ain't tasting
him
no
by the
dick.
pussy.
You can talk as much shit as
I don't
you
know,
want
dude. He's in
about
court
Trump.
right now specifically trying to say he didn't grab her by the pussy. From a woman claiming that she did in fact grab her by the pussy.
He definitely did it.
Oh.
Why, how the
Man.
fuck does my co-host leave in the middle of a fucking podcast?
I bugged the fuck out of him. That's why.
You stink, don't you? You smell bad.
What's up?
I wonder, did he forget his dog
No,
outside?
I just. Oh, dude. At least it's like almost 30 something now. At least.
Oh yeah, his dog
I think he said he had
fine.
to piss. I think that's what he said when he left.
Is that what he said?
I don't know. I
Who
like talking
fucking
about
knows?
this stupid shit with you guys, though.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a good time sometimes. What do you think happened in Miami?
In Miami?
Oh, so you know all this stuff, but you don't know about Miami?
No, bro. There's so
It
much
was like
shit
a
going
couple
on.
weeks
Fill me
ago. Like a couple weeks ago, a whole mall in Miami got shut down. Like
for
there's a
real?
video of like, I'm talking like hundreds of police, dude. Hundreds of police.
in. For real?
Yeah, now I'm gonna have to fucking
Damn, I didn't hear about that.
have Coleman get a picture and put it in the pod too.
Cause I be fucking, bro, I be like, I get up in the morning, make myself breakfast and shit, drink my pre-workout, and I be like just scrolling through news, bro, trying to find shit.
Oh, chime.
Fucking chime.
Man, I've been playing this new game.
What you playing?
Well, it's not new, but new to me. Conflict of Nations.
Oh, where you just fucking, you pick a country and you just fight and shit?
Yeah, and you can also like build alliances and shit.
Yes.
You talk with people from like all over the world though. Kind of cool. Look at all these fucking cop cars.
That shit.
Shut down the whole Miami mall.
That's some like contagion shit, dude.
And they're saying that those things that were moving, they're saying that people saw like aliens, and they were like 8 feet tall
I heard about
shadow
that.
creatures.
The TikTok thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't necessarily. I wouldn't call it a TikTok thing either because
sure.
it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
I hate
sure.
how everybody fucking calls everything TikTok.
That's
now.
what I saw it on first.
I
so
literally fucking said the
That's
other
why I don't
day.
get on TikTok,
you and fucking Doozy said the same thing. I'm like, yeah, dude, our reel is like at over 20,000 on this clip. And then he's like, oh, what platform? I'm like, Reels. Like, Reels. That's what it's on. So Facebook and Instagram. He's like, oh, I didn't know if it was on TikTok. Reels aren't on TikTok. Everything's just TikTok now, bro. You make a video that's 30 seconds long, it's a fucking TikTok.
Well, the format is a reel. That's what it's called. I think that's why it's confusing. Because even though they're TikToks, they're technically reels.
I don't know. Fuck y'all. They were Vines first, bro.
You're
Fuck
giving
all
me the
y'all.
fucking stare right
It's
now.
fucking Vines,
TikToks
dude.
are made on TikTok. That's a
They're
TikTok.
all Vine ripoffs, bro.
That's true.
They're all Vines.
That's true.
I mean, kind
Every
of. Vine
single
was
one of
6
it.
seconds.
Vine?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it was the first type of.
But
format.
yeah, but the best viewed videos on TikTok are from 9 to 6 seconds with a person in it. I'm a fucking statistics fiend, my dude.
I don't know. I'd have to see that one.
It's like being a producer.
I gotta see that one.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't.
Google's a beautiful fucking
I was just asking him about Miami though, because I was like, what
Yeah,
the
no, I
fuck
don't
do you
know
think
nothing about
happened
that.
down there? Because to draw that big of a police presence,
It's Ron DeSantis.
Pretty wild, yeah.
Ron DeSantis definitely
something
wasn't down
had to
there.
have happened.
Putting
Like there had to
fingers.
have been like most people that were. I mean, the age of the internet has been bustling for some years now about like almost everything getting caught on camera. And most people are like, dude, I've never seen that many police get called to something. I didn't even see that many fucking police cars during Sandy Hook when they had all them stage cars in the parking lot.
They were about to release another part of the Epstein list, and they had to stop that shit.
Yeah. Hold on. Don't let me get too Alex Jones.
Well, I just want to know. Who the woman was that stopped it. Because there was a woman on there that was all like, no, we can't do this because you're going to put my family in danger. And then that's why they stopped the whole thing again.
With the Epstein stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know.
Hey, bro, not going to lie. I'm really pissed off the Stephen Hawking thing died so fast. Do you guys do not?
He died, so.
Bro, dude, I don't care, dude. Someone needs to investigate in that shit. Like,
no, I agree.
Dude, I looked it up. Bro could still pop a boner. I looked it up.
Yeah.
I fucking... Stephen Hawking, bro.
Dude, nobody saw the movie. Like, nobody saw that movie, Theory of Everything. Like, he was a fucking perv in that movie. He had multiple different wives and girlfriends, and like, there's a whole scene in the movie where he's like, "Oh, you still like me, don't you?" He's like doing his little side scale, like, "Yeah, I really like this."
Dude, the only thing I can think about was seeing that shit.
See, we can make fun of him now. That's the beautiful thing. Now we can make fun of him.
Like, bro, like who undressed him?
His hired help. He was rich.
Yeah, he had.
He wasn't. Nah, dude.
It was probably his wife. His wife and his hired help. Yeah.
This is one of those things, man. Dude, I know. Honestly, dude, the Bill Clinton thing was super funny because it's all like we all do. And now I think is Bill Clinton still in Mexico?
I have no idea.
Fuck it, I'll look it up later. All I remember when the list came out, he was in Mexico, and I was like,
I didn't know that. That's wild, dude. But it doesn't even matter because he would never see a prison cell anyway.
Yeah,
there's a reason that they put out this information at the beginning of the year for 2024 because they all knew that in a month we're gonna be in the election cycle and nobody's even gonna give a fuck.
Yeah,
about that, you know.
I don't really give a fuck about it either because I give a fuck about it. Obviously, like. My thing is now though, it's like, is the fucking Ghislaine chick dead too?
No, she's in prison. Her trial just finished up, bro. Like that's why it took so long to get all this shit out because they just finished her trial like 2 or 3 months ago.
So no, it was earlier than that. She went to jail like a year ago.
Yeah, I mean she's been locked up the whole time.
Oh, but they were still finishing the trial even though she was locked up.
I'm pretty sure she there was appeals.
That happens all the time.
Other shit, you know.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay.
Dude, the
sometimes you get locked up and you get sent to prison and your first trial isn't for like a year.
Yeah.
That's what happened to my homeboy.
Especially if you're accused of some heinous shit, bro.
It was like a year after he killed that guy. It was like the next year that he ended up having his trial.
Yeah, they be on that bullshit, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking something. I forgot what we were talking about. I spaced out.
Well, guys, the important thing is we're all still alive. We haven't killed each other. There's no blood on the floor.
And Trump's probably going to win the 2024
we have
election.
The Trumper, the independent,
okay, this is a point I disagree with you. You really think he's going to win? You really think they're going to let him win again?
Here, dude.
You don't think they're going to do everything in their power to like take him off the ballot or like what or charge him?
The Supreme Court's going to save him, bro. The Supreme Court's going to save him.
I'll tell you what. If they try to take somebody, whether it was Trump or Biden or anybody, if they try to take somebody off the ballot in any state, it's going to be really bad for the United States.
Well,
that's going to cause a lot of unrest.
It is going to cause a lot of issue, and it's going to push us the closest that we've ever been in our lifetime to civil war.
What if it's done by citizens and not like political parties? Like,
how would that be done by citizens?
Yeah, they can't.
That's
the people who own the people who create the ballots are in government. That's not the citizens.
Yeah, but what they do is do you guys not know what's going on?
What do you mean?
With what?
That their Supreme Court is dealing about Trump being on the ballot in Colorado.
I did hear about Colorado.
Maine. And it's because a group of people got together, a group of Republicans, might I add, got together, and they got a bunch of signatures, and they sued the Secretary of State of Colorado about leaving him off the ballot through the Insurrection Act.
I'm sure still work in some level of politics.
Here's
they're not labeled a politician.
But at the end of the day, it's still his political affiliation. It's not like a Democratic movement that's doing it.
Well,
You see what I'm
regardless of whether it's Democratic or Republican, removing somebody from the ballot, unless it's something that legitimately is like, this is a reason, like already been labeled a reason as to why somebody can't be on a ballot.
But that's what they're doing, is they're using the laws that were set into place after the Civil War, because they set these laws into place because they didn't want somebody from the Union to, you know, after all that shit, they didn't want somebody from the fucking Confederacy, I don't know, to get back into a place of power.
Yeah.
Because they did that in southern states, and when they did that, like, state governments back in that day didn't do that shit. That is why they had all the statues of the Confederate leaders erected and built. Erected is just such a funny word. But that, like, it's not even like a subjective thing. That's just what happened. That's why all those things are down there. It's just, you know, and fucking.
All I'm saying is it's just gonna be bad. Trying to remove somebody from a ballot is a bad idea.
I mean, it's a slippery slope, like, either way. But on the other hand, they're also in New Hampshire. They're trying to take Biden off the ballot as well.
Yeah,
but that one is
bad all around.
Yeah, but that one's
I'll tell
actually
you
being
what I
pushed by Republicans.
what time are we at? Can we go extra long? Is anybody prepared for that?
Oh wow, we're at an hour 40 already, but
oh shit,
we can go for a little longer. That's fine.
I think
there's a lot of bullshit.
This is the big point where I legitimately agreed with Vivek Ramaswamy. At first, when I was seeing his videos and listening to him talk, I was like, I fucking hate this guy. He's just brown Trump. And yeah, but the more he talked, the more I did like him. I don't like. The biggest thing I don't like about him with his whole, like, going against transitioning shit.
I didn't even know
obviously
about that.
love the idea. Yeah, he's, like, big on it. I've seen a lot of his videos where he's talking about it, that he thinks it's a mental health disorder. And I was like, don't think that's fair to say to people until that's been researched enough where it can be undoubtedly proven. You know what I'm saying? I totally, absolutely agree with people not being able to get a gender changing surgery before 18 or get hormone blockers or any of that before 18. Honestly, I would prefer 21 more than I would prefer 18. But
that shit's a boogeyman issue.
He really said. That's what I'm saying. Like, people think it's going to be like the worst thing to ever happen, but that also does.
It's like CRT, bro. CRT isn't
to
fucking
me.
real.
It still falls into the same category of any idea that you allow to grow without barriers becomes a bad idea. Any idea that's allowed to grow without any type of barriers will eventually become a bad idea. I think that's human nature. Am I going to say that transitioning and changing your sex is a bad idea? I don't know. I've never thought about doing it myself. That's you have the right to the pursuit of happiness, though. That's in our Constitution. That's very important. And so if you're an adult and you choose to do that, you should be allowed to do that. And whether they want to let insurance cover it or whatever, that's a different issue. But
Lolo, I'll tell you what, if you transition to a female surgery and everything, I'll do blackface.
yeah. Coleman's never doing blackface.
That's a fair deal.
Yeah.
That's a fair deal.
Fucking. But I do agree with him. He said the biggest problem facing our country today is the lack of national love. People don't love being American the way they used to be. Like, it used to be big. Like, we're number one.
Sure.
We are great. We are the best, right? That's why we gotta make it great again.
Well, that's the. But anyway, but that's the thing, though.
No.
It's like that's the thing when you look at it.
I think that's I think
people have different views of what America is. There's people on this side that think America's like this, and then there's other people that think America's like
this. The simple answer is it's all of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But how are you supposed to convince the two sides that it is?
Stop demonizing
I'm not
each other.
talking about convincing them, though. I'm just talking about the actual fact of, I think that's like the biggest issue in our country today. And the biggest thing that leads to all of these smaller arguments that at the end of the day don't actually matter. And they're so extreme that they have to be talked about on all these news platforms. And people fucking get aggressive and die over the situation sometimes and shit like that. It's not that deep. It's really not that deep. At the end of the day, you're American. Whether you came here from somewhere or you were born here, you came here for a reason or you stay here for a reason, right? Because generally, we enjoy the life that we're allowed to live in the United States. And even with a bad, corrupted government, being able to live those lives in a lot of senses is very good compared to the next, 10 fucking guys. I think that's something that we all, really need to look at and really need to understand is, like I've told you before, I've told Coleman multiple times on this podcast, I, these days, don't really care as much anymore, if somebody's racist. I use that as my, main example. I definitely have a box of things. I have my box, I have the box of things that I allow, and then I have outside of that that's, no-go land. Okay, so there's no way I can support that. But, all I know is I'm a fucking person. If you're doing your thing at the end of the day, you're fucking going to work, you're paying your bills, you're paying your taxes, and you prefer to live in a white neighborhood so you don't have to see as many black people, that's okay with me, man. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
My mindset is seriously changed a lot with how crazy the world has gotten, though. Because if a big war does break out, any type of war where multiple countries have to be called to action against another multitude of countries, it's going to be a war that unlike anybody has ever seen before. You want to talk destruction now can happen 150 times faster than destruction has ever been able to happen. They don't have to send planes that are going to take some hours. That plane will be there in 30 minutes and wipe out half of your fucking city.
See, I don't really know if we're actually going to get involved in war. I just think the countries rely too heavily on each other. We rely way too heavily on China. China relies way too heavily on us. They rely on Russia. Russia relies on them. There's too much benefit there. I mean, sure, could one maniac come in and be like, fuck this, some radical? Sure. I find that highly unlikely, though. I think, I don't know. That's just
the sides are already going up. Saudi Arabia is leaning towards India. India's in a pack
Mohammed
with fucking China and Russia. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It would literally, it's looking like it would really literally end up being eastern half the world versus western half the world. It's a crazy time period that we live in for sure.
Put your bets below in the comments.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, fun news. Putin declared that the sale of Alaska to America was illegitimate.
I don't know. That might be for another podcast.
I'm fucking with that, dude.
Yeah, that's for the next episode. We'll bring it up with Doozy and he'll be like, what are you guys talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You're like, Doozy, what is your take?
I will send you guys all the details I have, so you're just completely
just caught up.
Well, Gabe's in the corner and he can chime in.
I said, here, read the card. It's backwards.
Guys, should we wrap this bitch up?
Yeah, we gotta be at 2 hours.
Yeah, we've just been yelling at each other about politics for 3 hours, so I'm with it.
Well, hey,
I missed
time,
you guys.
Did you see our fucking
last
reel when I was talking about Bernie Sanders? The people came for Coleman in the okay, I guess people didn't really come for him too much. Nobody came for me, which I was really happy about. Not directly, at least. But
I'm so ready for the rednecks to come at me, dude.
Nobody liked what we had to say, dude. Nobody that commented was happy. There wasn't a single person in agreement, dude.
Dude, I love the guy. My favorite one was when the guy was like, I own 2 houses, and I was just like, you own too many houses. He was like, no, I do not.
My favorite one is there's a chick that commented on it.
Yeah.
That said something about this is why we shouldn't let men speak publicly or something like that or whatever, and not let men have podcasts. And I was like, there's a reason this comment has 0 likes.
Yeah, your reply got 2 likes. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
We gotta love the culture that we're cultivating here.
Yeah,
Unhinged Uncensored.
I don't know, dude. Gender wars are funny as fuck. That's the dumbest shit in the world, dude. That shit's so comedy, bro.
Yeah, I think gender war is a never-ending thing. It's just super extreme. Everybody's just extreme these days. That's all it comes down to.
Everybody has bias. Everybody's...
If this is your idea, the opposing idea is automatically the enemy.
Yeah.
They're not just the opposing idea, the opposite
Oh, dude,
side.
that's 100%. That's
Yeah.
100%.
So burn it all down.
Well,
is what I
that
say.
and motherfuckers just not minding their business, bro.
He's a libertarian. Burn it all down, dude.
No, that's more anarchy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Not
I'm
even
down with
anarchy. I don't think things would be burned down anarchy. I think people would just be.
that's the
peaceful,
ideal of the
but
guys
anyways.
that own an AR-15 but have never actually trained in their lives.
This guy seems to think that if we just switch over to anarchy, everything's going to be A-okay
I
right
don't
away.
believe- I don't believe that 100%.
So many
For the
people
most
think
part,
that. That's
I
insane.
think that if we
That
moved,
blows my
if it was
mind.
just like right now, today, they're like, all right, whatever, do whatever you want. A lot of bad shit's gonna happen.
dude,
Okay, if
1000%.
today they said it's legal to kill people, are you guys gonna grab a gun and go kill someone?
No, but you bet as fuck I'm gonna have my gun on me and about every mag that I own in my pocket.
Great,
Yeah.
great. People should be armed.
Yeah,
People should
no.
be armed.
There's got,
I
dude,
got
I'm
malice
telling
towards
you,
people
there's
like
gonna
Jordan
be
Peterson
people
there.
that are gonna be doing some shit. A lot of motherfuckers are gonna die. Some shit's gonna get destroyed. I think
believe that.
eventually it would obviously slow down, but it'd be like if this is, you know, the plane of crime and criminal activity, it's gonna be like boop, boop. So it's gonna go up, but then it's gonna drop.
I don't know. I disagree. But anyways,
This guy.
we gotta wrap this bitch up.
Let's test
This
it
man. This man said
with
anarchy.
midgets. That's
Should that
the.
be our next guest?
If we get a
Find
bunch of
midget.
little people, that's the best way that we can build like a civilization inside of a contained area. You know, we'll give them mini cars and everything,
There you go.
toy cars.
I actually think I got
Flintstone
some.
cars.
I think I got some homies that are little people that'd be down to do that, bro.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's do
They
it.
might die.
Let's get two. Let's get two of them, and they can both sit on each other on the chair. One can sit on the other guy's shoulders to be perfect.
Oh,
They can
I
just
was
pass
like,
the microphone.
what? I was like, where are we going with this?
It's like, where's it going?
When you said sit on each other, I was like, don't
All right.
sit and spin.
My career's over.
All right.
It never even started.
Peace, fuckers.
I was just fucking talking.
This shit.